Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my friend. Topic for today is the transit for the month of September 2025. And as you're watching this video, Chaturthi Tithi has already started. It is Bhadrapad Mas. So the Chaturthi Tithi and Bhadrapad Mas, it is Ganesh Chaturthi. So, Om Gam Ganpati Namah. Ganpati Bappa Moria. So, note about Jyotish, whenever we start to learn something, we always remember Ganesh and seek his blessings to start something good on our path of learning. We are going to seek blessings in form of knowledge and learning from Ganesha. Let me also share something good with you before I actually start with the ascendant portion for September transit. It is about learning Jyotish. So I have been receiving a lot of questions, a lot of inquiries about any course on learning on Jyotish. So yes, if you want to learn Jyotish with me, I am going to start a course very, very soon. I'll share the entire details very soon. But this course will be basically a Jyotish fundamentals course to begin with, and to follow up with some advanced courses as well. But even the name fundamentals is a misnomer. Don't get swayed by the name fundamentals. See, I've been learning Jyotish from the last so many years. I started in 2007. So during this journey of learning, it is not that I learn a lot, but I learn few things which are relevant. So those who will undergo this course with me, it will not be a mere Jyotish learning. It will be an experience, as you can imagine. So if you are a beginner, whom this course is for, if you are a beginner, it will be a right thing for you to start the learning, start the foundation of fundamentals the correct way. If you have an intermediate understanding of Jyotish, you know a bit about houses, planets, all this stuff, through YouTube videos and all, then you will be like mesmerized. Oh, can Jyotish be like this? And if you are an expert in this field, even then, though it is a fundamental course, even then you will have few benefits. One, it will be a revision for you. Second, the material, the structure of Jyotish is so scattered, you will get to understand or get to have all the material of fundamental things at one place. Right? So everybody, regardless of the level where you are, will find something or the other for themselves. Now, in terms of structure, as of now, I am kind of broadly outlining the course and content. So I perceive that this will be around, I'll try to finish the course in around 2 months of time. And I'll take the classes on weekends. The classes will be live. You heard it right. These will be live classes, wherein you will get some opportunity to ask question and answer, depending on the number of participants. If the participant number is too high, then we'll limit the timeline after the session, or I can also schedule a separate session in terms of Q&A. All right. Now, Q&A will not be limited to only during live session, but I'll also form a group on any social media platform, could be Telegram as an example, Telegram channel, wherein you will be you can ask questions if relevant to the topic, but not to your specific horoscope. It will not be consultation kind of thing. Anyways, I'll kind of share the details very soon. But if you are interested, then I'm putting a Google form link in my description box in this video. Just submit your details like name, mobile number, email, etc., so that I can add you in the group and start sharing the details over there. And if you don't like to fill that Google form, etc., then you can also share or express your interest through WhatsApp number provided in the description box of this video. All right? Okay. Now let's come back to our topic for this video. As I always begin with Panchanga. So we will begin the month with Bhadrapad, Shukla Paksh Navami, and we'll end with Ashwin Mas, Shukla Paksh Ashtami. Right? So this is between Shukla Paksh Navami and Shukla Paksh Ashtami. Now, this month, because last month was all about the independence, finding freedom. And this month is completely contrary. Now, sometime when we find too much of freedom, then we have to pay the price, so to say, in a kind of context building setup. So this month we are going to have a lot of events. For example, we'll be having total lunar eclipse September 7th. I have put a separate video explaining what is the meaning of lunar eclipse in a simple and layman term, because we try to understand the impact of lunar eclipse. But if we understand astronomically how lunar eclipse occurs, and then automatically get to understand, oh, there are some shadows coming and why the shadows are coming and how the shadows are coming, this can be the impact for my ascendant. And after understanding that, you can understand your ascendant wise impact from that video. 7 September we have total lunar eclipse. Then we have Pitru Paksh beginning, basically from 7 September till 21st of September. From the day of lunar eclipse, your Shraddh, Pitru Paksh will begin. And in between the Pitru Paksh, we have Kanya Sankranti, 17 September, right? And as Pitru Paksh ends, as Shraddh ends on 21st of September, from 22nd of September, Navaratri, the time for Mother Divine, Goddess Durga, will begin. Beautiful time. Till October 2nd, Navaratri time. Now this contains so much of information. Shraddh, Pitru Paksh, Shraddh or Navaratri. I don't want to mix this with the monthly transit video. Otherwise, these very, very important things will lose their substance. I'll put up separate videos about these things. This demands a separate video. All right. So let us begin our journey in terms of understanding the planetary position, how the planets will look like on 1st of September, and how the planets will look like as we progress towards the end of September, 30th September. So let's begin with Sun, just to understand, and then I'll quickly proceed to every ascendant. So Sun will move from the sign Leo to Virgo. 17 September is the Kanya Sankranti, so it will move on 17 September. And during this change of sign from Leo to Virgo, Sun will undergo 3 nakshatras, right? Punarvasu, apologies. Purv Falguni, lorded by Venus, then Uttar Falguni, lorded by Sun, and then Hasta, lorded by Moon. Okay. Then after Sun, we'll go to Moon. 1st of September, Moon will be debilitated in the sign Scorpio. By the end of September, Moon will be in Sagittarius. It will cover the entire zodiac and come back again, cross over Scorpio, and end month of September in Sagittarius. Now Mars as we begin the month of September will be in the sign Virgo. It will move from Virgo to Libra about mid-month. Okay. And it will also transgress 3 nakshatras. Hasta, lorded by Moon, Chitra, lorded by Mars, and Swati, lorded by Rahu. All right. Then after Mars, we have Mercury. Now Mercury is with Sun throughout the month of September, closely. Because if Sun is moving from Leo to Virgo on 17 September, Mercury is moving from Leo to Virgo on 16 September, so closely. It tells Mercury will be combust throughout the month of September. It is so closely connected to Sun, like conjunct. Okay. Though it is moving almost at the same time, just one day before, from Leo to Virgo, but while Sun is covering 3 nakshatras, Mercury will be covering 5 nakshatras. So it tells Mercury is moving relatively faster than the Sun. So Mercury will cover, so it is moving from Leo, Magha, lorded by Ketu, Purv Falguni, lorded by Venus, Uttar Falguni, lorded by Sun, Hasta in Virgo, lorded by Moon, and Chitra, lorded by Mars. 5 nakshatras Mercury will cover. And after Mercury, we'll reach to Jupiter. Jupiter will be in same sign, Gemini. In same nakshatra, Punarvasu, but moving in padas. From 2nd pada, it is going to 3rd pada by the end of the month. Okay. After Jupiter, let's move to Venus. Venus will move from the sign Cancer to Leo on 15th of September. So half month, Venus will be in Cancer, and half month, Venus will be in Leo. And during this one change of sign from Cancer to Leo, it will undergo 4 nakshatras. Sun will undergo 3 nakshatras, Mercury will undergo 5 nakshatras, and Venus will undergo 4 nakshatras. So it will move from Cancer. So Pushya, lorded by Saturn, Ashlesha, lorded by Mercury, then in Leo, Magha, lorded by Ketu, and Purv Falguni, lorded by Venus. So eventually it will end the journey in its own nakshatra by the end of September. Okay. And after Venus, we have Saturn. Saturn will continue to be in the sign Pisces throughout the month of September. It will continue to be in the retrograde motion. Okay. And it will continue to be in the same nakshatra, Uttar Bhadrapada, lorded by Saturn. It will continue doing the same pada itself, first pada. That's the beauty. No change. Motion, sign, nakshatra, pada. Beautiful. So results will be consistent. Lot of results which are connected with Saturn pertaining to your ascendant will be more likely the same bearing depending on different planetary aspects coming from the other signs or other planets. Okay. Then after Saturn, we have Rahu, will continue to be in the sign of Aquarius throughout the month of September. In terms of nakshatra, same nakshatra, Pur Bhadrapada, lorded by Jupiter, but pada. It will change pada from second pada to first pada. Okay. And last is Ketu. Ketu will continue to be in the sign Leo, continue to be in the same nakshatra, Pur Falguni, lorded by Venus. That's the story. So broadly, 4 planets, Sun, Mars, Mercury and Venus are changing one sign, right? Sun will change 3 nakshatra, Mars will change 3 nakshatra, Mercury will undergo 5 nakshatras and Venus will undergo 4 nakshatras. So results of these planets were quite volatile, quite moving in these 30 days will be difficult to fathom. It will not be consistent, it will keep changing, keep moving. Whereas Saturn result, same sign, same nakshatra, same pada, easy to understand relatively. Rahu and Ketu changing only one pada, same nakshatra, same sign, fine, but the motion is always retrograde for them. And our favorite Jupiter, same sign, same nakshatra, only moving pada. Punarvasu pada, second, Punarvasu nakshatra, second pada to third pada, right? Relatively easier to understand. So this is the storyline, okay? Now, let me move straight away to the ascendant portion. Aries ascendant, the first delightful thing for you, that your friends will actually need you. How is it delightful for you? So my dear friend, if your friends need you, it means they value you and you will provide some kind of help to them in different junctures, and that will bring happiness to you in regard. When you turn out to be a good friend and help somebody, automatically you will feel happy. So it is a very, very good blessing. And this is one of the best blessings, because when we help others, that happiness what we get is beyond measures. So this is a great thing. You will actually turn out to be a guiding light for your friends. It's a great time for you. All right. The second delightful thing. Now this second delightful thing is relevant now for the first half of September. It is being continued from the last month. So last month I told you that you will be like having a fire in the belly. You behave like a go-getter, and that will signify your intelligence. It will provide you success. So when I'm saying it will be relevant only for the first half, it means in second half, your focus, when I talk about the focus and cover focus separately, you'll understand that focus will change, because in the first half, your focus will be more towards achievement. It is achievement oriented. Second half, focus will change towards living your life more, fulfillment of your objectives. Okay, I'll talk about focus later on, a bit later. Now, the other delightful thing. So this is also continued, but slightly in a different tinge. So people will continue to value your talents. What kind of talents? What value you're adding to their life, so that they are valuing you for your talents. So basically, it is about money, about work, about relationships. Basically, when I mentioned earlier that you will be a very good friend by giving them advice. So this advice will not be limited to only area of knowledge, which was more prevalent last month in August. But in September, your advice, your suggestions will be in various streams: relationship, work, knowledge, learning. And that is the reason they will really value your talents. You will behave like a multi-talented personality. Okay, that's great. But let me tell you, it will be in different areas, bearing this advice which you will provide to others, and because of which they will value you as a person. That advice will not be in the area of spirituality. Keep this in mind. Okay, so if somebody will come to you asking for that kind of suggestion, now that you are well capable to provide advice in that area, but that the planetary combination is supporting your advice more in areas other than spirituality. That's what I wanted to call it out specifically. Okay, now moving forward, the other delightful thing, So this is very, very interesting. And this is also continued to some extent. See, you are going to get a lot of areas where you can earn monies. And at some junctures, you can find that, okay, suddenly also money can come to you because there are some planetary combination. But in September specifically, it will not be only about earning money for you. You also like to spend money more. So if you're earning X amount of money, you like to spend X plus 1 amount of money. Though I am still putting it under delightful category, because unless you have money to spend, how will you spend? So you have good amount of money and you are also living life as you are progressing toward the second half of the month, which is a good thing. Okay. And also, let me call it out. Unlike last month, where you're spending, I probably would have called it out, that in August, your spending was under danger of getting wasted on some unfruitful things, on wining and dining, etc. But in September, you will have that kind of blessing, that kind of wisdom, wherein your spending will also be on fruitful pursuits. That is a very good thing. Okay. Now, caution. Please keep in mind that as you move toward the second half of the month, there can be some enmity angle coming to your life, right? So need to keep your eyes open that first half will relatively be calmer, but second half there can be some politics. People may try to push you down, but if you're aware, you can safeguard yourself very well, can't you? Okay, good. Now in terms of education, so there will be some challenges in the area of education, right? There can be some breaks, and the reason, specifically in September, the reason will be that your focus will shift more on the worldly activities. Which kind of worldly activities? Which are visible, which can be seen. It will not be like somebody is talking to you over telephone. No, somebody has come to you to talk to you in person. That's not the diversion in focus. But it will be through visibility, like you're watching something on social media, on TV, on YouTube, on any such platforms, right? If you're watching something, those distractions can put you astray from your learning activities. Just keep that in mind, okay? Now, in terms of your engagement with your family, I like to give you a caution that you have to take good care of your father and spend some time with him. And this is being continued from last month, right? And I've been calling it out. So hope everything will be fine. Now, in August, I called it out that your partner will be instrumental while you're taking care of your father. But in September, the intervention or the support of your partner in this area will no longer be there. Your partner may be engaged in some other activities or in some other areas. You'll be solo in this area now. You have to take care of your father independently. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Now, the other delightful thing. In September, you will be spending some money on beautification of your house. You like to spend some money. I like to beautify my house. Some thoughts come to our head. And what kind of beautification you will like to look forward to? Some traditional artifacts, traditional furniture, very traditional. You'll not like to give it a modern outlook or modern shape. No. You'll restrict yourself to beautify your house traditional ways. Okay? Some Vedic literature. Think about in those lines. Now, in September, though in August, I specifically mentioned that you may not think about spending money. Spending may take a backseat. But in September, though you will like to save money, but you will not be able to save much. Eventually, your outflow will be more. You may give it another beautification of house or some other pursuits, but outflow will be there towards activities related to your home. Okay. Now, in terms of pain area, well, there can be trouble in the area of relationship. Now, it was also applicable in the month of August, but in August, the likelihood of getting some rejections were higher, which will come down significantly in the month of September, both at local places as well as in foreign places. And how it will come down? Well, let me tell you, it will come down because of your own efforts. Though your partner will listen to you, it's not that the partner will not disobey you. No, The partner will listen to you. Still, you will feel something needs to be done to have that kind of equation between the both of you. To achieve that, you will try to put in more efforts, and those efforts will bring you that kind of amicability with your partner. That's the beauty of September. All right. Now, in terms of engagement with kids, it is very, very diverse. There are two different streams, right? Like we have distributaries. When a river is flowing, it hit a sediment, it splits into two portions. We call it distributaries. Okay, small streams of river flowing in different directions. So, in terms of family planning, those Aries ascendant friends who like to go ahead with the family planning, fantastic time. You can actually initiate that process in the month of September. But otherwise, those people who have kids, who already have kids, or even who are teachers, who are having some engagement with the kids, with the children, you will find some sort of testing time. You see the diversion? Okay. Now, recommendation. Now, last month I told you that when it comes to networking, you need to be really thoughtful. Do not just start building or engaging with people in terms of networking. You need to be thoughtful. There can be some confrontation, some aggressive behavior can be there in August. That will continue only for the first half of September. So the takeaway, if you really want to build a strong and nice networking, second half of the month is suitable. All right, move forward. Now, caution. So last month, or rather from July, the combinations were such that if somebody is not doing something good to you, you will be inclined to take or get even with the person, go to the extent of taking some revenge. Those thoughts will come into mind. But in the month of September, you will not think in those terms. You will be just and equitable in response, in your reaction, in your behavior. And that is a fantastic thing. And that, I'm circling back to the first point from where I started. That will make you a very, very nice friend. Okay? Now, focus. This is again connected to the previous point I kind of mentioned. First half, your focus will be more towards money making, all these activities, right? How to strengthen the work, how to make more money. But second half, you will start to thinking, I've done enough. Let me spend some time for me. Let me spend some money for enjoyment purposes. So it'll be like living your life more, fulfilling your desires more. Okay, that's interesting. Now, caution. Kindly take care of your private parts, your genitals. Engage into hygienic and safe sex. That's important to call it out. And another caution from health perspective, take care of your teeth. Now, it has been continued, but the combinations have changed. Still, the same results can be predicted. So, if you don't want to see yourself sitting in dentist clinic, kindly do brush twice a day. Very, very simple suggestion, but very profound. Dentist cost is very, very expensive. You have to undergo a lot of pain. I mean, that's a mental suffering. Just stay away from all this by simply brushing your teeth twice a day. Very, very simple thing. Okay. Your deep desire. This is very interesting. You want regularity with your prayers. And the month of September is adding one more factor to this. You also like that your kids, your partner, your family members also accompany you in this juncture, in this journey. That's a very good desire to have. And I wish this desire gets fulfilled for you. Okay. Now, a recommendation. When it comes to property, I have been recommending from some time, or maybe I don't recall exactly, that I recommended you not to invest in property, not to buy your dream home. Now, the month of September, you will not feel like investing. You will not feel like traveling. That's the kind of feeling we'll give to you. That's the beauty of the month of September. Okay. Recommendation number 2. Now, if you make a plan to go to a foreign place, my recommendation, strong recommendation, if possible at your juncture, to travel in the second half of September. That will give you good results, good experiences. Okay. Support system. For you, my Aries ascendant friend, some gurus, astrologers, some teachers will be your biggest support system in the month of September. When you're feeling low in confidence, you know whom to reach out to. Supportive days will be at the end of the video. Use timestamps and get to know of your supportive and avoidable days for the month of September. And Sadesati is not from ascendant, but from your moon sign. Okay, so that was for Aries ascendant. Taurus ascendant. The first delightful thing is that the month of September you will feel like you don't have anybody to compete with. The competition is over. It's not that. All your so-called enemies, people who don't like you, they will not be able to stand in front of you. You will have that kind of personality, the persona, blessed by the planets. So it is a very good time. So the takeaway, if you have to face a situation where you are a bit worried, I have to face strong opposition, like such things, this is the time. Do that. You will realize that your opposition themselves is taking a back seat. You don't need to have put an effort to push them. They anyways will feel like going backward. Very good blessing. Very, very good blessing. Okay. The other delightful thing. This is extremely interesting. See, your Sattva Guna is going to be really strong in the month of September. And that, whenever Sattva Guna is stronger, out of Sattva, Tamas and Rajas Guna, that brings the contentment of the heart. The true contentment is not brought by the Rajas Guna, as we generally assume. See, true contentment of the heart is more about spirituality, that real contentment. That goes or percolates down to the heart. That brings by Sattva Guna. But to achieve that, though it is strong, it needs to be activated. To do that, you need to pray to Ganesha. And remember, we started this video with praying to Ganesha. Ganesh Chaturthi. Today is Ganesh Chaturthi. What better day for you to pray to Ganesha? This entire month, from today till you do the Visarjan, this is a period dedicated to Lord Ganesha. Make the best possible use. And even after this period, worshiping Ganesha you can do every day. Please do that. Delightful thing. When it comes to getting honors from people around us, when it comes to earning money, generating income, this is a good month for you. All right. Now the interesting thing, if I have to divide this month into two portions, the first half and second half. So first half you will feel that you are earning a lot of money, and second half you will feel you like to spend money to live your life like king size. And that's an interesting perspective. And that's what you're going to experience. Okay. That's interesting. Now, delightful thing. In terms of your exposure to speculation or stock market, the combination is still continued. As always, I call it out with sort of disclaimer. Your life, take decisions with full accountability. But the specification in the month of September is that this will turn out to be positive only in the first half of September. So the takeaway is, if you want to experience or take experience in this stream of speculation or stock market, first half is preferable to you. Now, in terms of financial gain or financial benefits, you can relate with stock market or otherwise. See, for you, let me tell you one thing. Saturn, for you, is Yog Karak planet. But Saturn for you is also a Badhak planet. So if you want to energize Saturn more as a Yoga Karak and not as a Badhak, then you have to put in a lot of extra efforts, because Saturn is retrograde for the entire month of September. If you are genuinely putting a lot of extra efforts, then this financial promises will really fructify. Plus, you have to be transparent in your dealings when it comes to finances. Then definitely you will get that blessing, and Saturn will turn out to be Yoga Karak for you in the matter of finances. Okay. Now the delightful thing. So you will have a very, very nice time with your father. Now September, I'll tell you, I'll give you a Jyotish tip. What can you do? How can you be there for him? It is good to have understanding that you will have a nice time. But the thing is, you need to be there for him, for his support when he needs you. Or in another wise, when you feel like being with him, what kind of discussions you can get into, apart from the normal natural discussion. If you engage with him in sort of spiritual discussions, or you can buy some spiritual books for him, that bond will be really nice. He will really appreciate those kind of gifts or those kind of discussion. It will be a nice and very, very nice experience. Okay. Let me cover the point of mother as well. So while you are going to have a naturally nice time with father, but with mother, you have to consciously care for her. It will not come out naturally in the month of September. But if you will not do that, it will not be good. You know, to get that nice blessing from the planets, it is imperative that you consciously think about your mother and make her happy. Okay. Now, insight. This is quite interesting. And this is also a delightful thing because you experience that you will have a great time with your partner is listening to you, your partner is behaving as you feel like him or her to behave. It's a nice kind of feeling, right? But the thing is, how can you achieve that? That is interesting. How can you actually achieve? What kind of interaction you expect to have with your partner? Will it be a sexual kind of interaction? It will be. There will be physical intimacy, yes. But more than that, the pleasure, the enjoyment, the kind of nice experience which you will feel with your partner is when you treat your partner as a friend. It will be more like a friendly month. Friendly discussion will be there, and the topic could be diverse, as flimsy as going for a movie or which song to play, right? And as deep as a spiritual and those kind of discussions. So it will be a more friendly month, friendly get together with your partner. That's a nice experience. Okay. Now, pain area. So you will actually feel the need of some guidance, more of a spiritual guidance, sort of say. It could be you look forward to some friend or you look forward to some spiritual teacher. That depends. But you will feel that need because you will feel that that portion of your life is feeling some vacuum, and that will give you pain. That thought will run into your head 24/7. That will turn out to be a pain area unless you get some support. Okay, caution. Now, when it comes to relationship also, let me tell you, there is a likelihood that you will get into some sort of relationship at workplace or also at non-workplace, like closer to your house. And how this or the person who will come to you or the person to whom you reach out to, what will be the intent of that person, if you can get to know. So it will have two angles to this. One, definitely the person will also look at the monetary aspect, how much money, what kind of standing you hold in the society. Second, the person will, in September specifically, because the monetary aspect has been continued from last month, in September specifically, the person will also have an angle of what the person is getting in this relationship from you in terms of his or her advantage in work advantage. The person will also like to learn about the work. You may also help the person when it comes to, let's say, Excel understanding, PowerPoint understanding, or how the project report can be made, how a strategy can be made in terms of business expansion. Just some food for thoughts. So when the person, your partner, potential partner will see, okay, there is a lot of things for the person to learn, to gain in terms of understanding of work. That is the point. That is the person with whom you can actually start engagement. Okay. Now, focus. Let me divide the focus in two parts, first half and second half. In the first half, you will actually feel like, let me live my life king size. I'm the king, I'm the queen. I'll live my life the way I want. I've enough. But the second half will prompt you to seek the deeper meanings of life. Within the 1 month, 30 days of time, you can have a lot of thoughts coming to your head. It's a long period. Okay. Now, what will be your deep desire? It is also continued from last month. Your desire will be to buy a dream home. Flat, so to say. You like to buy a beautiful flat. Condition, Jyotish tip, so to say. You will look at the beauty of the house. First of all, you will not even bother about, other things like what is the structure, Vastu perspective. Is it flat, built on a broader land which is square in nature, triangular, rectangular? What is the locational advantage? No, beauty. How beautiful is the deck? What is the view from the house? How is the entrance? Beauty. Those aspects will take precedence for you. Caution. You can get a bit upset because of your support staff. They may not behave the way you like them to behave. They may hide some things. They may steal something. They may take uninformed leaves. They may take prolonged leaves. They can disclose some confidential information which they can overhear while you're talking to somebody else you don't want. Those kind of things can give you some sort of trouble at home. Be cautious. Now that you can be a bit cautious. In terms of health, you have to be really cautious about your dental problem. If you don't want to see yourself sitting in dental clinic, if you don't want to incur hefty bills, then brush your teeth twice a day. As simple, but as profound. Okay. Other caution, please take care of your abdomen section. Do some workout, do some crunches, do some pilates, do some yoga, whatever you feel justifiable, do those things. Recommendation, it will be good for you to visit doctor, to visit astrologers, get your full body health checkup done. Just discuss how about the planetary combination, visit with your specific to your horoscope. That will be good for you. That will give you happiness. Okay. And also will do away with some karmas. That is the planetary combination suggesting. Now, recommendation, my dear friend, my dear Taurus friend, the time is very, very good. You hit the nail with the right hammer, and God has given the hammer in your hand. The month of September is building on to that momentum wherein you can intensify your efforts when it comes to expanding your business, when it comes to testing different waters in your service sector, changing profiles, talking to people, engaging with your network, changing job, get new opportunity. All these things are looking very nice at this point in time. Get into that. Okay. Who will be your support system when you're feeling low? Whom should you reach out to? If you get to know that, it'll be great. So your support system will be your friends. They will be your true well-wisher in the month of September. Okay. And supportive days and avoidable days, I'll talk about that towards the end of the video. Use timestamps and get the visibility for your life. Okay. This was about Taurus ascendant. Gemini ascendant, the first delightful thing. Have you heard the word fame? Yes, my friend. This is the month for you. Depending on the strength of your individual horoscope, you can actually go to the extent of becoming world famous. Because the basic promise, the generic promise, which is there in the planetary zodiac at this point in time, that can get further aggravated or further accentuated depending on your individual horoscope combination. But definitely, you are going to get fame in your community, at your workplace, where you live, where you work, where you study. That's a great feeling. Okay? Now, the other delightful thing. Whom do you love? Basically, who you will feel like, I love this set of person, these set of people. Basically, your affection, you will feel that it is very nice aligned with your family. Very nicely aligned. And that's a great thing. See, when during fame, you keep your family with you, that's the hallmark of a very great person. That's a very great feeling. Your family will also feel very delighted because they'll also be participating in that fame with you. Okay. The other delightful thing, when it comes to opposition, you will feel like, no, you will have an upper hand. Opposition themselves will take a back seat. They'll feel, no, let him win the battle this time at least. They'll be like, he or she is about to win. Why to get our hands dirty? Let them have this cake this point in time. So that's the kind of month September looks like for you. So far, so good. Okay. Other delightful thing. And this is also very nice. So you will be able to achieve a lot of things because of what's happening around you. And for that, it will not be like you'll be sitting in a chair and then doing nothing. You will be putting a lot of efforts. It will be like auto. You don't need to get some push. You don't need somebody to tell you, do that, do this, otherwise you will miss out. No. You yourself will feel, I need to be responsible for my life. I need to get up in time. I need to be ready for all my activities. And you will be very, very serious about your life and put in a lot of efforts. Now, caution. Last month, there was some sort of lack of enterprise. There's a difference. You want to put effort or you have the capability and the strength to put in efforts. So from July and August to some extent also, there was a problem in your capability, your energy, your enthusiasm, your physical power. But in September, you will regain that completely. Even that aspect is going away. So it's a great month. Seems like a great month for you, my friend. How will be your outlook with all these things in place? Your outlook will continue to be one, multitasking. You will be able to do multitasking, and also it will continue to be spiritual. And that's fantastic. With all these things, if you are able to maintain the spiritual outlook, that's nothing less than a miracle. All right. Now, in September specifically, I mean, August also to some extent it was there, you will feel like, because prior to that, there was somebody who was trying to misguide you from this outlook. But now you will feel like you have protection from some guru, from Almighty, and you will continue to maintain with this outlook. That's fantastic. Okay. Now, the other thing is that you will feel like spiritual outlook is one thing, but from some time, you're also a bit conscious about monetary aspect, right? Money. But in September, you'll feel like, even if I have to incur some money, let my money be incurred into nice things, spiritual things, so that outlook will also ensure that money is being spent on justifiable things. That is very good. That is very, very good. Okay. And September, you will see this thing happening, the spending of money aspect very, very clearly. The other delightful thing is that, now this is delightful, or you will decide what it is. Well, you'll also incur money to buy some spiritual books, religious books, or you'll book some tickets to travel to some religious places also. But the thing is, you'll buy those books, but you will not get time to read those books. You may book some tickets for travel to religious places, but you may feel like cancelling or reshuffling with your plans. You will not travel. So it is good or not, you decide, but this is how you are going to have to fight to maintain on this thing. Though you will get the protection of guru or some elder, but still in the second half of the month, you will have to fight, okay, to maintain with this kind of outlook. In terms of study, etc., this has been good in the last few months, specifically in August also, it was quite nice. And in September, I'll say, when it comes to education, getting knowledge, one thing, a Jyotish tip, you will need some direction, some support, you will need a teacher. If you feel that you will do self-study, you can do, you have the potential, but it will not be as effective or as result-oriented. So you need some teacher, some guru, need some guidance. Okay. Now, if you are studying, or if you are, you may get some opportunities to travel and represent your institute. If you're working, you also can get opportunities to travel and represent your organization and then exhibit your learning by giving some presentation, by taking part in some quizzes. All those things will be there to ensure that there is no problem. You are able to, deliver to your potential. Please ensure, keep it in mind, prepare, rehearse, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, rehearse. If you don't rehearse, there can be challenges in your delivery, regardless of howsoever bond you think you are. Okay, there can be challenges this time in the month of September. Now, caution, you'll feel like the mutual affection between you and your mother is taking a hit. Now, if you know that, please spend some time. Forget all the clashes. There can be difference of opinion, but she's a mother, so be a bit more reasonable in this regard. Now, another delightful things. I have been telling you that you'll feel like doing poetry and all. I have been telling you topics, etc. In September, the topic of poetry will not be towards money and all the financial aspect. It will be on romance. You'll feel like writing some romantic poetry. Okay, romance will be in the air. Okay, caution. So you may feel a bit frustrated because of your support staff. It can be on various counts, like your support staff is not listening to you properly, or your support staff is taking some unplanned leaves, or sharing some confidential information with somebody else. Jyotish tip, there is likelihood that support staff could be female in this case. Likelihood, higher chances. Okay. So you need to be a bit more vigilant and careful in that regard. Now, another delightful thing. So when it comes to having business transaction, there was some combination in the past where I wanted, or I kind of give you a recommendation to be very, very vigilant when it comes to financial transactions. Somebody can cheat you in those transactions. But in September, though it is good to be vigilant, but you will have some natural blessings, natural protection coming from the Guru. So you will not be cheated easily or naturally. Okay. Now another delightful thing. So it will be a month where you will feel like you are capable to manage your self-interests easily. If somebody is not doing good to you, now previously I told you that you can go to the extent of getting even. But now in the month of September, even if you will feel like getting even, your means will be legitimate. You will not feel like causing harm to the other person. And that's a great thing. It is important to safeguard yourself in the rightful way. And that's exactly what you're going to do. Okay. Now caution. Now this is continued from the last month, but this will hold valid in first half of September. People will reach out to you. Okay, let's plot against somebody, against your boss, against your neighbor, against your ex, girlfriend or boyfriend. See, safeguard yourself. One, it is not a good karma. Second, when you're going through some nice planetary aspect, and if you intend to cause harm, and if you intend to bring unhappiness to somebody's lives, these things, karmas come back. Remember that. So, therefore, be vigilant, safeguard yourself from all such discussions, all such karmas, and bring happiness to other people's life also, regardless of what they've done to you. It looks like a preaching thing, but when we do that, this is Jyotish, when we do that, the planetary combination turn their tables. They start to feel happy with us. That actually is one of the most profound remedies. Doing good to others, even when they're doing bad to us. Okay? Deep desire. What will be your desire? See, your desire will be to get into some intimate relationship with somebody, getting some intimate experiences. That will be your desire. But I'll give you a recommendation. My recommendation will be, specifically in the month of September, kindly spend some time on enhanced foreplay, on having some build-up. Don't reach to the culmination straight away. Have some discussion, spend more time in discussion and foreplay, those kind of things. That will give you a very, very nice experience. Okay. Otherwise, even if you achieve that intimacy, you will feel like something was amiss and it will continue to be a desire for you. If you want to fulfill the desire, then try to do as I'm kind of suggesting from planetary combinations perspective. Now, what I mean to say is pleasures through meaningful discussions, if I put it that way. Okay. Focus. So your focus there will be a clash in your head. Shall I actually spend my life? I'm talking about September month. You'll feel like this is the way to live life, physical intimacy, the pleasure of life. But at the same time, at the back end of your mind, you'll feel like, no, this is only flimsy. I have to find some meanings of life, deeper meanings of life. So that will be kind of conflicting focus for you. The month of September will not be easy in this regard. You'll be getting fame, money, accolades, your opposition will be lower, relationships, you'll spend some good time with the family, and then mother, you'll be a bit conscious to take care of her, whatever I've mentioned so far. But the focus will be a bit conflict. That you need to sort it out. Okay. Now, caution in terms of health. So I recommend you don't get yourself dehydrated. Restrict your intake of alcohol or such things so that your health stay in a good shape. Now, pain area. So if I have to put it in one word, it will be in the area of your work. You really want to stabilize your work. Okay, that will be your pain area, and I understand and appreciate that. Okay, and recommendation. See, I've been telling you from some time now that do not make any decision under any impulse. This is not the best of the times for you to make a move in terms of your job. Stay put. Let the time come. Time will come very soon. It is a foundation. Keep on adding to your knowledge and strengthen your foundation. A time will come very soon when you will start to get good breaks, when you can expand your business, your financial standing will be better. Okay. Who will be a support system if you feel low in confidence, whom should you reach out to, right? So people who are outside your family, that's very peculiar. You are loving, you're having affection with your family, that's fine. They are good to you. They will give good advice. But that's the beauty of Jyotish. Sometimes good advice may not necessarily be the right advice at the right time. They may not have that skill set or knowledge to tell you what is right for you or how to give you that kind of confidence which somebody outside your home can give. Got the drift? Okay, great. And towards the end of the video, I'll talk about supportive and avoidable days. Use timestamps and get the visibility for your life for the month of September. That was for Gemini ascendant. Cancer ascendant. So my friend, the first delightful thing for you that your engagement with your siblings will be very nice. It will be a great bonding with your siblings, and that's a good thing because when you are connected strongly within your family, even if your siblings are living away, they may be living abroad or outside your city, within the same country, your bonding will enhance and that will give you enhanced self-confidence, self-belief, happiness. Okay. The other delightful thing, which is continued, but it will get a different color. Now, this delightful thing is more relevant for the first half of September. That your engagement in terms of work, your connections will be strengthened. And for that, I have been recommending you to use email as an instrument. Rather than having a conversation over telephone, emails will be very, very effective, much more effective for your engagement, for your networking, for your work enhancement, right? And this is specifically applicable in September first half, okay? So in September second half, you can resort to any of the medium, your email or your telephonic communication, your meetings, team meeting, etc. Now, a recommendation. So I have been telling you that for you, the planning is extremely, extremely critical. If you, let's say, are getting into an important call, important conversation, if you want to write or respond to an email, plan it out. Give it some time. Don't be reactive and respond to an email or a provocative email to be very, very specific instantaneously. No. Take a deep breath, take a step back, give it few hours, few minutes, plan. Don't burn the bridges. It will be very, very nice then. And now, Jyotish tip. Whatever planning you do, or let me put it a different way, if you have to take an important decision respect to your career, your personal space, which requires planning, first half is much more preferable. So take away all the major decisions you have to make, which require some planning. First half of September is the key. Okay? So far, so good. All right. Delightful thing. The other delightful thing, see, this is also continued, but it will get a different flavor. In September, it will give you a lot of different areas from where you can earn money with your efforts. It will be like your each hand has the potential to carry work of multiple people. That kind of self-belief and energy you will get. And September will definitely not disappoint you. It will rather go a step ahead in this direction. Your efforts, your self-belief, it will really go to the next level. And that's why I've been telling you that it is a very, very good time for you to initiate something. If you want to initiate, it could be related to blogging or vlogging. It could be related to your tutorial channel on YouTube. You want to take classes giving lessons on fitness, on makeup, on beauty, or on such things. This is a very, very good time for you to start. Now, a Jyotish tip, I have been telling a different way. So July was very peculiar. You had to come across a smart person. August, it was a different tangent. September, such things will work if you come across to your audience, to your clientage, as a simple person, which you have been following from last month. But in September, you have to add. You have to look simple, have to come across to them as a simple person, yet elegant person. It cannot be like a very gloomy. Simple doesn't mean you wear torn clothes, very, very down-to-earth clothes. That's okay, but you have to look. You have to show that you are a simple, down-to-earth person. But there has to be shine at your face. You cannot come across as a very gloomy person. And how that shine? What kind of shine do I mean? Do I mean you need to put some face mask or some lip gel? No. I mean, the glow of spirituality. And that will come with your daily prayers. With your daily prayers, the kind of glow you will get, even with the simplest of the clothes, you will be able to get to the heart of your audience. And that is what you need. All right. The other delightful thing, when it comes to your relationship with your mother, that will be excellent. Just like siblings, your mother will be there for you. Whenever you feel a bit low, you feel, okay, let me speak to my mother. Let me share with her. And she will give you such nice advice. You'll be like, back to the stuff. And likewise, when she'll feel low, you will be there for her. So if you are not closer to your mother, talk to her. Spend some time. Okay? Delightful thing. So when it comes to education and studies, so it will be like a good time, just like last month also. You will feel like studying. Rather, you will study long hours and you will get some good results also. It will be like there will be some blessings. More importantly, when we study, we have some doubts, etc. The month of September, the peculiarity in September is that your doubts will get clear. A lot of doubts, majority of doubts. Sometimes we keep on accumulating our doubts. September is the month which will get the answers to the doubts. Okay, interesting. The other delightful thing, this is, let's say you are working, you are into executive programs. So such September is a month which will give you some nice platforms to exhibit what you have learned. You may travel abroad, you may travel different places within the same country, you may travel to different cities, you can take part in some competitive quizzes, you can take part, or you can represent your institute, your organization. It will get glory. Your efforts will get glory for the organization, for yourself. That is the kind of month September is going to be for you in the learning sphere. Okay. Now, caution. So, you know that you would have experienced it by now. I would have told you earlier that you may be required to do some menial, some low-level job for your supervisor, But September second half, your supervisor will realize this is not the right way. He or she will start respecting you more. That is a very good thing. You'll be spared from such things. Beginning September 7th, second half. Okay. Deep desire. This is interesting. You'll feel like, why don't the family members value your potential, your capability, your skill set, the way other outside people value you? That's your desire. I'm not sharing any judgment. This will be your desire. Okay. Delightful thing. When it comes to, this is also continued from the last few months, that the way your colleague look at you, the way your supervisor look at you, the way your community, your family look at you, as if you are a leader. You have those capabilities, who knows how to run the house, how to run the work, how to run the show. And from some time, I told you that you may get into a road where you may get, start to misusing this position a bit. But September, you are not going to misuse your position. Your positional power, your leadership or authoritative power, the potential authority, you are not going to misuse that. Okay. The other delightful thing, and this is also there for you, my friend. The way you speak is mesmerizing for some people. You realize that and you use that to your advantage. Great. Do that. It is good because you do that with an equitable thoughts. You think for the benefit of everybody. That's how you kind of try to speak and try to help people as well. Now, from some time, specifically in July and towards initial August as well, I recommended you big time that you have to be factually correct. Otherwise, people can question at some point in time. September, you will have a natural protection. You don't need to worry. It doesn't mean you should not think before you speak. Think. But there will not be some challenges coming, which can come suddenly from left, right, and center out of nowhere. That thing will not happen. People will not come and question, you said this thing to me a few months ago. I mean, what? That thing will not happen. Your focus will not be consistent. And that's, you know that. It's like high tide and low tide of moon. You are a Cancer ascendant person. Moon is your Lagna Lord. Now, listen very carefully. Very, very carefully. You may get drifted to the relationship lower tangent of relationship. You'll feel like your focus will be like, I want to derive some pleasure, and specifically activities which you initiate after, let's say, 10 p.m. when everybody sleeps. You can think about the activities, talk to somebody, get into some conversation. It can be confidential, secretive in nature. It can be visible to some people. It can be with one person, it can be with multiple people. Think about those. You understand what I'm trying to say? Those activities can backfire you. Your focus on those activities can really backfire you, because it is not easy to trust people. And second half of the month, you will get this realization to some extent, and your focus will be back to your work more. Okay? The first half is a bit tricky in this regard. Now, caution. I'll give you a very interesting Jyotish tip here, because you would have realized that your expenses on wining and dining would have been increased the past few months or so. Now, in September, let me tell you, you will take a pause, which is good. You will take a pause consciously. That is very good. It tells that there is some blessing coming you, some blessing is guarding you, which is very good. Now, the delightful thing, if you like your relationship with your partner to improve, how can it improve? You need to crack some jokes, talk to your partner, don't talk very high level philosophical things. Normal, some friendly talks, that will help. Okay, that will be the key, and that will bring delight to your life. Now, something extraordinary, basically, and this has also been continued. You have that kind of strength that even if your partner is saying something which you don't like, don't appreciate, which doesn't appeal to you, you will still take it to your stride. You will not retaliate in the same tone. And August, I told you that you will not have that kind of patience. You will lose out on that. September, you will regain that patience. And that is very nice. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you weak by any chance. It makes you stronger. Okay? Good. So, what will be your pain area? See, you actually inherently wanted to achieve the bigger purpose of life. You actually like to see your life having some broader objective, and that is spirituality. And that is not happening that constructively. Sometimes you feel like, I need to get into that path. You take some actions, but eventually the time sun sets, you become a different person altogether. And you feel surprised about it. How does it happen? Why does it happen? In daytime, you're a different person. After sunset, you're a different person. You get that? So that stays a pain area for you. Caution. In terms of health, I recommend you that you do some pranayama. The breathing exercises that will really help you. Your prana need to be purified, because it will not only, the entire internal system of your body will be nice, clean, it function properly, but also your chitta, your mental faculty will also be strengthened with the nice and pure prana. So by pure prana, the inherent and hidden meaning is the company. So you listen to nice words. Your company should spell out nice things, some things related to some Vedic literature, some spirituality. Other things can also be there, but at least to some extent, if you get to hear some nice things from different people, that prana will also be purified. That will give you real contentment. Okay? And who will be your support system? I have told you that your mother is the person on whom you can rely. In addition to that, your sibling is also very, very good support, specifically younger sibling. Okay? And I'll also talk about the supportive and avoidable days towards the end of the video. Use timestamps and get visibility for the nice days for yourself in the month of September. That was for Cancer Ascendant. Leo Ascendant. So my friend, the first delightful thing is that sometimes you feel like you are Leo Lagna, lauded by Sun, the king. September is the month which makes you feel like that exactly. You'll feel like you are the king, you are the queen. That kind of feeling. By queen, do not think I'm talking about the Cancer Lagna because moon is the queen. No, this is the perspective. Okay. So you will get that sort of courage that sort of self-belief in the month of September, which will make you feel like this. And that is a very nice thing to have to begin with. The other delightful thing, it'll be a nice time for you to experience the life, the pleasures of life, luxuries of life, so to say. Your Lagna Lord is in Lagna. That will give you a lot of such nice experiences. On 17th of September, it will move to Virgo, Kanya Sankranti. So it will give you nice experiences being in Lagna for some time. It has been there from mid-July, mid-August. Now, other delightful thing. You'll experience that when you tend to enjoy luxuries of life, you tend to overeat sometime. Don't worry, indulge. Navaratras are coming, you would like to have fast. Nowadays, even fasting comes with extra eating. You tend to eat more food which are fast oriented. That's the irony. But whatever it is, you don't need to worry. You will have a nice digestion in the month of September. Great. Okay. Now, delightful thing. Who will get to see your affection? If you want to understand that to some extent, it will be towards your friends. Your friends will get to see the affectionate side of yours, and that is very nice for them and also for you, because you will also get that happiness, that pleasure, that mutual pleasure, mutual flow will get through. Right? The other delightful thing, well, this is very interesting. You'll feel like, okay, I'm happy, getting to enjoy my life, things are going fine. Let me also think about my home. Let me spend some time and beautify my home. What kind of beautification can you think of? Visual art. You'll bring some visual art, some modern piece of art. Those kind of beautification you will indulge into. And your other family members will also feel very happy with this kind of beautification. Okay? Now, in terms of engagement with people, you will actually be a very, very good host in September. If you are thinking to invite some people to your home to have a get-together, this is the right time. Your experience and their experience will be great. Don't delay. Utilize the month of September. Actually, it is giving you that kind of capability to be a very, very good host. Even if you are a professional event manager, fantastic. You want to start something, this kind of work, engaging the attention of some customer, some client over YouTube, over social media, as an influencer, great time. September, that way, is giving you that kind of connect with your friends, with your client, as a good host, as a good influencer. All right. The other delightful thing. Now, you will feel like you are smart. You can protect your self-interest. Last some time, I have told you that your smartness are more into financial spectrum. Financial smartness, as you may call. But September is a bit different. This is more about justifiable smartness. It means while you will protect your self-interest, at the same time, you will ensure you don't cause any harm to other. That's fantastic. I think this is another nicest smartness. If all the politicians have this kind of smartness, then we'll not have any shrewdness in society. And that will be equitable distribution of wealth. Wow. Anyways, a recommendation. You may have to do some different kind of job to please some people. I'll not call it a transactional level or menial job, but a middleman job. Sometime you may feel like, why I am doing this? My status is different. I'm meant to do some high-level job, high-end jobs. Hey, don't worry. Look at the person for whom you're doing. The person is very senior, and the job which you are doing is actually helping you to convert some bigger opportunities. So that's fine. Sometimes you may have to bite the bullet. So now that you know it can give you some nice opportunities, do that. Okay, that is the beauty of Jyotish. Delightful thing. My dear friend, people may have different expertise in different areas, but the question is, are you getting the platform? Are you getting the opportunity to display your expertise? You will. You will get the platform, you will get the opportunities to display in full potential in the month of September. And that will help you get applause, get good feedback, and also eventually translate all these things into finances. Okay, that's very good. Now, desire. Where will you be? What's your desires going to be in the month of September? That's quite interesting. See, your desire will be actually to find yourself. You will feel like as if, and this has been happening for some time, that as if you're in a captivity, you want to find your true self. In September, you will feel like, I want to restart my life. I want to press that reset button. That kind of desire you will undergo. Okay? Now, in terms of education, it is a very, very good time. And it has been a good time for some time. And when specifically Sun is going to transit your Lagna, I'll say all those activities which Sun blesses, for example, some Vedas, Astrology, Jyotish, definitely Sun blesses. All the nice things, all the equitable and just thing, all such books. And people who are in school, who are in colleges, who are studying, who are building up their knowledge while they're working, exec programs, wherever you are, with the blessing of Sun on your Lagna, it is a very, very good and blissful time to study. Such kind of time is rare because then when you study, it stays in your memory. It stays with you. That's more important as learning throughout your life. So please go ahead and make the best possible use of this time. Caution. This is interesting because you might have experienced that you have been taking some impulsive decisions for the last some time. Now in September, you may take some impulsive decisions in the area related to finances. I'm being very specific here. Be extremely careful. When it comes to financial decisions, you cannot rely on your own judgment. It will be impaired. I'm being very, very sure about this. You discuss with somebody whom you can discuss with. When I talk about the support system, then you know that support system is not only to reach out to at the times when you're low in confidence, but also when you need some genuine advice. All right? Okay. What will be your pain area? Be careful, conscious about your health. Drive very carefully. If you are driving two-wheeler, invest in some good quality helmet. Invest. Okay? Bell. Some nice helmets are there. Because God forbids, if you get into some sort of road collision or some other health related problem, it can reach up to surgery. So safeguard yourself. Be a bit more cautious. As simple as that. Without getting worried too much about this. Yeah. Focus. Where will be your focus? My dear friend, the first half, your focus will be upgrading yourself. You may call it physical upgrade, you may call it mental upgrade, because you want to restart your life. Remember that desire, that will be aligned with your focus. But as the month progresses, you will feel that no, my family is also with me. So your focus, something will happen in the family that will attract your attention. Your focus will also shift toward family. Okay? Caution. Why will your focus shift toward family? What will happen? It will be a testing time. It is not a delightful, so to say, to that extent. Some testing time with your family which you have to undergo, okay, and live by. Now, delightful thing. When it comes to your mother within family, specifically, as I mentioned some time back, it will be a nice experience. And to make it better, to make her feel even better, you buy something for her, like a nice piece of jewelry, a nice painting. She will appreciate such things. Okay? Alright, a nice pendant, a pearl, such things. Okay. Other delightful thing. When it comes to kids, spending time with kids, helping them with their education, you have been passing through a nice time. Education anyways, I have told you, it's a good time. But also how you can contribute and make it better for some other people is also important. So when you spend time with your kids or other children in general, you will act as the guru for them. You will come up with some nice out-of-the-box ideas and help them achieve their objectives in learning, which is a great thing. So September is a nice month. Recommendation. In terms of relationship, if you like to get married, there's a thumbs up. Now the thing is, marriage is an important and big decision of everybody's life. So I always recommend to look at your individual horoscope in addition to this general prediction in terms of timing, in terms of matchmaking, before making the decision related to your marriage. Okay. Now, caution in terms of relationship. So you know that you have some expectation from your partner, and you will continue to have some high expectation from your partner. Now, what kind of expectation will it be? It have been different in different months in the past. You know that how it was in July and August. In September, your expectation from your partner will not be in monetary, how much standing the person holds in terms of money, all those things. Your expectation from the partner will be about the conduct, about the character of the person. How is the character of the person? That will be really important for you. Because of some experiences, you get what I'm trying to say. Okay. Now, caution. There will be a bit of incompatibility with your partner. You have been experiences because of some temper issue, high temperament, or ego clashes, so to say. Sun is passing through your Lagna, my dear friend. Don't underestimate the power of the sun. But the thing is, in September, regardless of the sun's transit, these temperamental issues, these ego issues will come down. Why? That is the Jyotish magic. Things will improve. You will experience, right? Caution. Now, I told you that last month, July or August, that you may get into multiple relationships also. You'll feel like in September, it is not there. That is a great thing. It is always good to not get diverted into this in this area specifically. Right? Conserve your energy, conserve your feelings for someone special, for yourself. All right. Now, caution. I will recommend you to, you might have done some yoga or you would have gone to some gym or somewhere, some such club. So before you actually get into the heavy lifting or heavy activities, you do some warm-up activities in yoga also. Do those more. Those will be much more beneficial to you than actual physical doing. Okay, those will actually ensure that your health stays in order. Okay, in terms of your support system, and you have been waiting for this, your friends will be your support system in the month of September, regardless of the age, elder, younger, both. All right, and I'll talk about the supportive days and avoidable days towards the end of the video. Use timestamp, get the visibility, and make use of those days in the month of September. And Dharya, Kantak Shani are not seen from ascendant, those are seen from moon sign. Go and watch the separate video made for your moon sign on that. All right, that was for Leo ascendant. Virgo ascendant. So my friend, the first delightful thing is that the month of September is going to get on with a nice blessing for you. To begin with, you will experience some nice Raj Yoga is fructifying for you in the area of money. Now, there's a condition. The condition is that Raj Yoga will get activated with the engagement with your partner. There has to be some intervention by your partner, and then it will get activated. So now that gets you an idea. It is a good time not to get into some clashes with your partner. Listen to what the partner says. Keep your partner happy so that your Raj Yoga can get activated. Fair enough? All right. Delightful thing. So who are the people who are going to get to see your affection this month? Your partner. Who are the? Now when I say partner, I don't only mean your spouse. That is the reason I use the word partner. If you are in live-in, that's your partner. If you are dating, that's your partner. If you are married, your spouse is partner. You understand, yeah? Partner can be somebody whom you consider very special. Okay. Now, caution. Obviously, your Raj Yoga related to your finances is going to get activated. But let me give you a caution in terms of spending. You have to really monitor your spend, especially in the first half of September. All right, that is important. Now, delightful thing, and this is being continued, that you will experience some heat from the opposition. But earlier I would have told you that you are going to crush your opposition using your money power. But now I'm telling you, September, no doubt you're going to have an upper edge compared to your opposition. How? by being legitimate. Using legitimate means only you will be able to crush your opposition. That's fantastic. You don't even have to incur money. Fantastic? Good. Now, the other delightful thing, and this is really, really good, because you'll feel that you are getting more into some healing aspect. You can call it being closer to nature, like astrology, Jyotish, Reiki, all these things where you can heal people and be a support, be a help to them. You feel that you're getting more into this. And the month of September will make you one road more, get you further inside into this, which is great. My recommendation, all these things, this natural healing or all the nice blessings have been mentioned, this will hold really well as long as you stick to one partner. That is a condition. That is a condition. If you stick to one partner in September, then these things will actually flourish. Otherwise, it can take a backseat and backfire. That's the planetary demand. Now, delightful thing. You'll feel like equipping your house with some peculiar, some unique things. For example, you may bring some sports equipment like cricket bat, just to display, not to play, just to display. You can imagine, let's say you can buy a cupboard, nice glass door shelf, and then you can put some nice sneakers. You'll buy some expensive sneakers and put this as a display. So you'll have some unique ideas, to display some nice things, some peculiar things. Okay. Now, and that's also demand to spend some money. Okay. Now, the other delightful things, while you're doing it, what are you doing it for? To display to whom? To people. From where they'll come? You will invite. So this month, you're going to invite people to your place so that you can showcase to what you're trying to display. Your spend will be there. Okay. But yes, the way you treat your guests, the way you treat your special one will be like a memorable experience. That's the month of September going to be. So if you are willing to invite some people, be a host, great time. Okay. Now, in terms of relationship, I've given few hints, but I like to elaborate on this because this is a very, very important part in your life in the month of September specifically. See, you will have a nice time with your partner. Basically, you will also feel, or you will actually go for some travel, specifically to spiritual places, and you will feel like having some sattvic and Vedic food with your partner. Those kind of things will come in your head. Those kind of thoughts will come to your head. Okay? And you will have the similar experiences to begin with. And in the past some time, I have been calling it out that there can be some trust issues and all between you and your partner. Those will take a backseat. September will take a backseat, but you may feel that you're being bullied at times by your partner. So the trust issue will no longer be there, but this is also not a good situation. If you feel bullied by your partner at times, right? Though you are traveling together, you are having some nice pictures and posting pictures on social media, the world will have a perception, what a nice pair, what a nice couple. But you are feeling restless because of that bully, that mistreatment at times. That feeling will actually be your pain area. You want to get away from that bullying. And that's the pain area in the sphere of relationship for you. Okay? Now, caution. They can be, because of this thing, bullying thing and all, that experience, there can be some ego clashes, some confrontation, which will result into some discontentment and some disturbances in the relationship. And that will prompt you to get into a relationship, which can be at work, closer to your home place or closer to your workplace, any place. Earlier, it was more prominent at workplace, but in September, that is no longer a criteria. It can be closer to your home also, okay, or people associated with your home, okay. Now, I also been telling that there may be a situation where other people may hit at your partner. Now, if you want to get away with all these problems, very simple remedy I'll tell you. You have to do prayer. Which prayer? Any prayer you like. But the condition, it has to be done every day. There should not be a break in the month of September. Every day, if you do that without a break, this problem will be over. Okay. Now, focus, superficial focus and true focus. I'll divide the focus in two categories for you, my friend. Your superficial focus is on relationship for multiple reasons, whether it is because of the problem of being bullied or getting infatuated to somebody who is valuing you, who is valuing your thoughts, who is giving you that kind of comfort. Focus will be there. But the true focus will be in your work area. You want to keep yourself busy, you want to keep yourself engaged, and you want to keep earning money. That is a true focus. Okay? Now, what will be your desire? At heart level, you want to get into the company of some mystic, some spiritual person. That is your desire at heart. And that's a wonderful desire to be. Okay? I wish your desire is fulfilled in the month of September itself. Okay? Now, caution. It will be a testing time for health. So, my simple recommendation is you drive very, very safe. If you are driving two-wheeler, wear nice helmet. Invest in some nice helmets like Shoei, Arai, Bell. All these are nice helmets. And when you are driving a four-wheeler, wear seat belt. Even if you are sitting at the back seat, wear seat belt. Safeguard yourself, considering the planetary combinations. Okay? Caution. Brush your teeth twice a day. Very, very important for you. It is applicable for your ascendant as well. And take care of your eyes. Keep your eyes lubricated. A small thing, but it can really save you from spending a lot of money on treatment, from undergoing pain, and keeping yourself fit and healthy. Save your time. Okay? Recommendation. So my friend, this time is very good for you to expand your business, to experience different profiles in your work, if you're in service industry, to change job, change places. You will get good breaks, you get some nice offers if you try. Things are in your favor. Things are in your way. If you want to start something new and you have been thinking when I'll start, this is the right time. Start something from your home as work from home. Start a YouTube channel. Want to be an influencer? Start a tutorial program. Do it now. Things will be in your favor. All right. Now, who will be your support system? If you're feeling a bit low, whom do you need to reach out to in September? Your father. If your father is no more alive, unfortunately, then father-like figures. Support system. And towards the end of the video, I'll talk about supportive and avoidable days. So use timestamps, get the visibility for supportive days for yourself for the month of September and make your life better. This was for Virgo Ascendant. Libra Ascendant. So my friend, the first delightful thing for you, from finance perspective, from honors perspective, this seems to be a very, very promising month. And on top of that, the relationship with your supervisor, be it your employer-employee relationship, or even if you are in a business, somebody senior to you, can be your father, can be your family member, or somebody outsider. That equation will also be good. You will get support from your supervisor. So things seems great from all perspective, but there's a catch. All these things can work well and in your favor, provided you are doing prayers. Because there are some combinations in the horoscope, specifically when we're beginning the month, when moon is debilitated, we have to ensure that for you, that debilitation effects is not troubling you. So to avoid that, it is important that you continue to pray every single day. And that will really help you to achieve what I have kind of mentioned so far. Okay, that's a real delightful thing. In prayers, I'm not talking about doing any specific prayer here. I'm telling you to do prayer, whatever you do, feel like doing, in your own way. Just be in the proximity of the Almighty for some time every day. That's it. Okay. Now, delightful thing. See, gains are there, but there is some other problem in relation to your ascendant that which requires you to incur some money. Expenses will be there. You can't hold on to expenses. Like when it comes to honors, for example, you cannot use tactics all the time like you have been using in the previous month. You have to incur money to achieve to that state. For example, sometime some magazines, some channels reach out to us and asking us, we'll publish your interview. You have to buy our subscription. Sometime some magazines, some channels publish a ranking of different entities within that industry. To achieve to that, you have to pay some money as well. So you have to incur some expenses to get to the level of getting honors. That's the kind of situation you will undergo in the month of September. All right. But last month, if you recall, I told you that you may have to fight. That's not there. Fight is no longer there. You don't need to get into mental level or physical level argument. No, that confrontation is not there, but you have to incur some money. That's the difference September month is bringing for you. Okay. Now, in terms of learning, etc., your learning will really see a high level. You will spend a lot of time in this area. That is the kind of month September is going to be for you. Okay. And in terms of competition, well, September month will see that you will not play any tactics. You will not enforce your views on your competitor. Rather, you will win the battle in the right way. You will do the right things without enforcing your opinion on others. But your actions, your actions will actually prove your point. And your competitor, your opposition will feel, no, this seems okay. For now, this seems okay. You will have your way out. Interesting? Okay. Now, in terms of properties, and this is being continued from last month, it will be a good time to invest in property or buy a flat for yourself, your dream flat. But the thing which will, Jyotish thing, which will draw your attention is not strategical location of the property or what is the prospect of property from the appreciation in terms of money. No, but you'll feel like, how does the property look? Does it look nice, attractive? Those kind of things will draw your attention. So recommendation, it is advisable to consult with somebody who can actually look at the property and provide the judgment from the strategic perspective as well. See, beauty you can enhance, but the other aspects which are more important need to be taken care of as well. All right. Now, a caution. So last month, the problem started from, I believe, first half or second, I am not able to recall exactly, but there was some turbulence in the matter of finances for you. It was like up and down. But September, you are getting some protection, natural protection. There will no longer be any turbulence in that financial area. It will be consistent. That's very nice. Okay. Now, delightful thing. You will have that kind of capability that you can safeguard yourself, and that capability will continue to be there. You will have those strategic tactics in your head. Not only you will safeguard yourself, but you will be able to safeguard people around you, which will make you very popular, which will make you win over friends. And to some extent, this can also be a reason that you are winning over opposition. That smartness is in you, will be there in you. Okay? Who will get your affection, by the way, in the month of September? It's your opposition. That's very, very peculiar. And that is also a reason which will drive them nuts. They'll feel like, how the hell this person is still being nice and kinder to us? That will be a strategic shot from your side. And that will actually work in your favor. Now, a very peculiar thing, specifically applicable to the first half of September. You will feel like you want to renunciate everything. You'll feel like this is not going in place, this is not in order, relationship. You'll feel like that to some extent. You'll feel like, I want to renunciate, I'm done. Those kind of feeling you will have to undergo. Just keep it in mind. And that will be applicable more so pronouncedly in the first half of September. Okay. Now, in terms of relationship, there are some combinations which can give indication that relationship can flourish. When you go to a sporting event or some academic event, at that juncture, some relationship, some things, some flair, some spark can flourish, can start at that point in time. Okay. In terms of your engagement with your kids, a bit testing time. It's been continued, so you need to be a bit more conscious, a bit more flexible and open and considerate towards kids. That's important. Yeah. And in terms of your pain area, well, it's very interesting. Your health, you'll feel that your health is becoming a pain area. So it is easy to manage. You can get your full body health checkup done. When this becomes a pain area, you have to be a bit more proactive into this area, right? Take some actions, concrete actions, and get it, whatever problem you may encounter, just get it treated. Yeah. But this will be your pain area from Jyotish perspective. And deep desire. You will feel like resolving your differences with your friends. And that's not happening easily. And that's why it will be a desire for you. Okay? Focus will be on work. Work will be your key area. It will actually attract your thoughts. 24/7 you will feel like it will not give you pain. That is a pain area. But this is your focus. You will put attention into this area all the time. Okay? Recommendation. I have been telling you that don't buy a property. But September is the right time for you to buy a property. If you want to invest in property, buy a dream project for yourself as an investment or just to live in there, very good time. Okay? Obviously, if you look at your individual horoscope, Jyotishamsha and other divisional chart and analyze it in detail, that is definitely valuable. But at a general level, I can give thumbs up in this area. Now, caution. For you, from health perspective, it is imperative that your company is very nice. Because what you're going to hear from your company, those words can actually make or break for you. Your company will put a strong influence on your health. So ensure that you have a nice and right and constructive company. Who will be your support system? When you're low in confidence, whom do you need to reach out to? When you need some advice, some guidance, whom do you need to reach out to? It will be your friends who are younger to you in age. Those will be your support system. Okay? And I have been telling you, and I tell you again that, my dear friend, this is not the best of the times for you to make a move. Stay put where you are in terms of your job. Not the right time to shift jobs, switch jobs. You may not get the best of the opportunities at this time. If you want to expand your business, hold on for some time. Keep on adding to your knowledge, keep making yourself ready, strengthen your foundation, and time will come when you start to get offers, better propositions, when your opportunities will get converted. Till then, stay put. Okay? And I'll talk about supportive and avoidable days towards the end of the video. Use timestamps, get the visibility for the month of September. This was for Libra Ascendant. Scorpio Ascendant. So my friend, the first delightful thing is actually the strongest delightful thing for you. And that's, you will feel that self-confidence and self-belief in the month of September, that you will get to feel that I have all the courage in the world, I can achieve anything. And that self-belief, that enterprising attitude, that risk-taking capability will be the key for you in the month of September. That sums up the entire month for you in broad way. But let me get into deeper. So, but this comes at a cost. When you feel that you can achieve so much with your own efforts, let me give you a caution right away. It will make you feel that I am the one who is doing everything. I don't need any guidance. I can achieve whatever I want with my own individual efforts. That kind of feeling can hit you. So I'm just making you a bit more conscious towards such feeling. So it is not that you don't need the blessing from the guru, you don't need the guidance from somebody, you still need the guidance, just think about it. Okay? And take the decision. Decision rests with you. Delightful thing. Because you are enterprising, because you are going to get so much of capability, you will be able to have an upper edge in terms of competition. You can always win over the competitions, win over from the enemies. That is the kind of month September brings for you. It will be like that for you. Okay, now your courage will also get to the level of super courage, wherein you will start to take risk And let me tell you a very interesting thing. For you, I've been telling it from the last some time that stock market speculation seems fine, seems justifiable for you, with a disclaimer: your life, your decision, your accountability. Okay, but Jyotish tip, I'll give you 2 tips here. First tip, you have to avoid first half of September. Write it down somewhere. When it comes to speculation stock market, avoid first half completely. Second half you can do. Even then, you need to ensure that you do the research by reading the charts, graphs. Those are key for you. Only reading will not help. You have to undergo the reading with the help of charts and graphs. Okay? All right. A recommendation. Now, there was a situation in the horoscope some time back that you were supposed to go to a foreign land and then things will start to work in your favor. No longer there. You can continue to stay in your hometown, home place, wherever you are. If you want to move, that's other thing. But otherwise, there's no requirement for you to make a move at this point. All right? Now, delightful thing. Who is going to see affection from your side in the month of September? It's your in-laws. Interesting? You have a nice relationship with your in-laws in September. Okay? Now, delightful thing when it comes to your family. You have been taking some active part in your child's study, education, and I was specific to point out maths. Now, I'll say it no longer be limited to maths, but also you will also take active part in geography, political science, and a couple of other subjects. But the point is, September month also will prompt you to spend some time with your kids. That's interesting. That's very nice. Yeah. Caution. It is important that you spend some nice time with your mother, and that's been happening for last some time. I also recommended you that to buy some scripture, some rosary, still valid for September. She will like it, and you will have a nice bonding with her. She needs that kind of affection from your side. All right? Delightful thing. So in terms of property, now the thing is, I have been recommending to you that when you think of investing in property for yourself or as an investment, kindly read the property documents multiple times. Now in September, you will get that kind of protection. This requirement is no longer there. It doesn't mean you can be casual. You still need to behave responsible person, but you don't need to be extra cautious or over cautious in this regard now. Okay? Now, delightful thing. So, happiness this month seems reasonably happy for you, quite happy for you. But happiness has a cost. It demands efforts from your side. Be it the finance, be it spending time with kids and helping them with studies, be it spending time with mother, all these things. You will get some nice results. But the month of September demands efforts from your side. You have to put consciously efforts. Okay. What will be your pain area? Your pain area is that you want to be regular and consistent with your daily prayers, and that's not happening. And that's your bigger pain area. Why it is not happening? I am conscious about it. Still, I spend a day and then again there's a break comes up. Sometimes things are not working, things are not consistent. And that's your pain area. But let me tell you, September second half, things will be much better. So the pain area is more restricted to the first half. Okay. Now, you have been taking some impulsive decisions in the past some time, and I have been forewarning you. Now, this time the forewarning is that September month, you may take some impulsive decisions related to finances. So my recommendation that when you're supposed to take decision involving money, it is always advisable to engage somebody else and then make the cumulative decision. Don't rely solely on your judgment, that can be impaired. All right. Now, focus. Your focus will be unidirectional in the month of September. You only want to put focus on your work because you feel that is the most important thing for you to do and achieve. Will be your desire. Your desire will also be to streamline your work because you will feel something is not fit. It's not going as you like it to go. And that's why your focus is also there, and that's your desire as well. Okay. Now, caution. I recommend you to keep walking. Sometimes we put a target to achieve 7,000 steps or 10,000 steps a day. If you achieve that, keep that target for yourself. It will be good for your health overall. Okay. Now, a recommendation. It will be a good thing for you to visit a doctor or some astrologer. Get your body health checkup done. Get your horoscope review done. It will relieve you from different karmas and also give you happiness and contentment. Okay, that's the planetary combinations. Now, in terms of relationship, now that's an area. I need your attention, my friend. In terms of relationship, I have been telling you that there will be some challenges because your partner, you'll feel like a bit influencing, also in the area of finances. And in September, this problem is going to accentuate. Yes, it is not going to be resolved immediately. And specifically in the daytime, you feel your partner's behavior towards you is not justifiable. Daytime, more prominently. Okay? And that makes you feel like staying away during the daytime. Now, this will also get you into a situation where you can get into a relationship. Okay? Now, the thing is, where can the relationship begin and how it can begin? I'll tell you very specifically. So this can begin not only at workplace, but it can also begin now somewhere closer to your home as well. People who live closer to your home as well. And it can begin, what kind of topic it will start with. It can be related to some political discussion, like office politics, or you both, or along with the wider group, can make a plan to go and watch a stand-up comedy show or some sporting event. So such will be the situation where this can start. Okay. And you will actually behave like in a very spontaneous way, which will confuse the other person. Who this person is about? And the person will like to know you more. That, spontaneity of yours will actually, the mist around you will prompt the interest in you for the other person. Okay. Now, recommendation. Well, it is not the best of the month for you to get married. All right. Obviously, unless your individual horoscope promises, that's a separate thing. But I will not recommend you to go for marriage otherwise, at a general level. Who will be your support system? If you feel low, whom do you need to reach out to for guidance? Astrologers, your spiritual teachers. Those are your teachers, basically. Those will be your support system in the month of September. And in terms of visibility around supportive and avoidable days, you use the timestamp and go to the end of the video and get the visibility for yourself for the month of September. This was for Scorpio Ascendant. Sagittarius Ascendant. So my friend, the first delightful thing is that a great month for you to start practicing astrology, tarot, Reiki, all such healing things. It's a very, very nice month for you, by which you can help others and get happiness in return. Okay. Now, the other delightful thing, and this has been continued, that if you like to experience or explore speculative part or stock market, with the disclaimer, it's your accountability, your decision, your life. Do that, but let me tell you Jyotish tip. I'll provide you a Jyotish tip that it is preferable or supportive to you first half of September. So the takeaway is avoid doing it in the second half of September completely. Okay. Now, when we talk about the bhagya or the fortune, September month on the whole is actually favoring you to earn money. That's why speculative aspect is there, but I call it out with timelines. But otherwise, at a generic level, you have the hand of God at your head. Okay. Now, why is it that? Because your outlook is that, and it has been like that for some time. See, Jupiter is also sitting in the 7th house from your ascendant. That is also contributing, because when Jupiter aspects on your lagna, it gives you that kind of outlook also to some extent, bearing, or there are some other combinations as well in the horoscope at this point in time. Okay. Now, I'll give you a tip. So, it will be great if you like to continue with this outlook. my recommendation to you is that you need to worship the Divine Mother. And what better time can there be? Upcoming Navratra, 22nd September to 2nd October. One of the best periods of the year. Do that. Alright. The other delightful thing. Now this is very peculiar and this has been continued from last month also. Your outlook is very spiritual, but still you like that the place of worship has to be clean, spick and span. The God's idols, deities' idols has to be placed appropriately. There should not be any dirt or dust. And that's a great thing. That's a great thing. You want everything to be in order around temple place. Fantastic. It will continue to be there and it will help you. Okay. Now, other delightful thing. And this is not a generic statement as I put it earlier as well. This material comfort, which the fortune, so to say, will be there. And when you worship the Divine Mother, it will be there for sure. But on top of that, you have to put in efforts consciously. Even in worshipping Divine Mother, you will have to put efforts. And even otherwise, things will not come to you on its own. Like, you will need to get up and go to the RO to fill the glass with water. RO tap will not automatically divert the flow of water to your glass and you are sitting. That is not going to happen. You get the point? Consciously, you'll have to put in extra effort, so to say. Now, delightful thing in terms of education and all. You may find a bit of difficulty in understanding the concepts in the month of September specifically. To avoid that, let me give you a Jyotish tip. If you find difficulty in understanding the concepts, try to understand using diagrams, images, rather than merely reading the text. That will help you. Okay? Now, the delightful thing. In order to build the network or connectivity with people at work, specifically at workplace, it is important that you use email as an instrument rather than talking to people. The more you engage with them using emails, the better outcome you will get. Okay? And this, now the takeaway. If you are running a business wherein you kind of get on to different people, showcasing your offerings, sometimes you call, sometimes you send WhatsApp messages as an advertisement. Send emails. If you pay money for the marketing strategy, pay for only email package, not for the WhatsApp package. You understand? A recommendation. And I have been telling you for some time that planning is important for you. If you do not plan well, things will not fall in place for you. Now the month of September has a peculiarity added to it. In terms of planning, sometimes you rely on the research of other people. They have done the research. It is applicable to my industry, my business, my job. That's fine. No. In September, you have to do the research yourself. Self-efforts, remember? Self-efforts is the key. So research also you have to do it yourself. Then only planning will fructify. Okay. Another delightful thing. Who are the people who will get to see your affectionate side in September? It will be your office colleagues. Fantastic. You heard it right. Office colleagues. Now, insight. And this has been there from July. It was a different color in August. But the thing is, you have been feeling that it is better for you to spend time outside, in office more than at home. It will continue to be there. But the thing is, when you are spending time in office, there were some temptations or some kind of people reaching out to you, pulling in some sort of plots against some people. Now, those things will die down its natural death because you are getting under some protection. People either will not reach out to you, or even if they reach out to you, you will say no firmly. Okay? That's good actually. Now, recommendation. I have been recommending you for some time that it will be good for you to relocate to a foreign place outside your city to get success. September, it is not required. No longer applicable. That's great. Likewise, there was some combination earlier in the past that you might be pulled into some political blame game situation. September, not there. You are under protection. That's why it's a great month, right? What will be your deep desire? You will feel like traveling. Where? To the place of worship, to your guru. That will be your desire. Okay? Caution. Now in terms of relationship, I need your attention, my friend. It is a bit tricky. So you will feel that your partner likes to control your life, maybe money aspect also. So I recommended you, unless it is very nice and amicable relationship between the both of you as a family, then you don't need to worry. But if there is some frictions, please take care of your passwords carefully. Those can be leaked. Okay? Okay. Now, you have been putting in efforts to maintain and manage the relationships with your partner. You have been putting in efforts. I'll not deny that. The good news, in September, the efforts will be rewarded in a nice way. That's a very good news. Now, if you go out of place in this aspect of relationship, like if you start getting into extramarital relationship, if you start to engage with multiple partners, right, then there'll be reversals. The planets which are favoring you, are blessing you, are giving you blessings, there can be some reversals in that area. Okay, so be very, very cautious. There'll be a focus. You actually like to get into a relationship. That's your focus. Are you willing to get into a relationship for a short term? No, I'll not say that. Rather, you want to get yourself married. That's your focus area. Do I recommend you getting married? No. I will not recommend you to get married in September. Obviously, your individual horoscope has to be assessed to eventually reach to the final conclusion, but at a generic level, I will not recommend. September is not the nicest of the months, unlike August. Okay. Now, caution. There was some bit of a testing time happening between you and your mother, and some third person was also causing some confusion between you and your mother. Now that external influence has already gone away in August, and you have been working around individually with your mother, so I'll recommend sort it out. It will help you and your mother. So September month is giving you an opportunity to sort out those differences. Okay. Delightful thing. In terms of your relationship with your children, you will have a nice experience. You will feel like a very good company by being around with them. They will feel getting your guidance. And this applies even if you don't have kids of your own, then it applies to people around you, children around you. Okay. And Jyotish tip. It is a great time to reunite the family. You have a nice relationship with children, with kids at home, with your siblings at home, outside home, if they are gone away outside for study, for work, So I'll recommend you to plan a get-together. Family get-together. It will be a nice experience. Okay, in September. Okay. Why not to celebrate Navratra party? Okay, just a thought. Pain area. Oh, interestingly, pain area is also, you feel like connecting everybody together. Now, this is a nimitta. I never thought that I'll get to these things together. It somehow is happening. So whatever is a pain area, you can actually fulfill that as a nice thing. You can get away from the pain area. That's a nice opportunity. Because this is giving you pain, that you're not getting contentment. Oh, family is not together. And this is giving you pain. But if September month is also giving you an opportunity to plan a get together, to reunite everybody, fantastic. Your pain area is away, is going. Caution. I'll recommend you to plan and walk every day. Put a target of 7,000 steps to about 10,000 steps. It will be helpful for your overall health. Will be a support system. If you are feeling low in confidence, if you need guidance, whom to reach out to? Your father. And if your father is no longer there, unfortunately, father figures. Okay? And I'll talk about supportive and avoidable dates towards the end of the video. Use timestamp. Get the visibility for yourself for the month of September. And Kantakshani and Dhaya is not from ascendant, but from moon sign. Go and make use of the separate video in my YouTube channel. This was for Sagittarius ascendant. Capricorn ascendant. My friend, the first delightful thing for your ascendant is that the month of September is going to give you that kind of capability where you'll feel like connecting with the audience very easily. So it is a good time for you to start or get into entertainment industry. If you host events, fantastic time. If you do a vlogging kind of thing, very good thing. You can start a YouTube channel, marketing kind of activities, event management. Those things will be very, very nice for you. Okay. So social media influencer is also within the same ambit. So you can do all these things in a nice way. You will get some nice outcomes out of your efforts. Okay. I'll talk about the efforts, by the way. The moment I talk about Capricorn ascendant and Aquarius ascendant, because both the ascendants are lorded by Saturn, efforts naturally come to my head automatically. Okay. Now, delightful. And I have been telling you that you will get the platform and the opportunity to exhibit your expertise. And how do you do that? Using your speech to your advantage. Now, there have been some challenges in the past, some negative influences in your speech. But in the month of September, you will be using your speech unbiased. There will be no bias at all. And that's a fabulous thing. And probably that is the reason that September is a special month when I'm saying that you can start all this social media kind of work with good results, because your speech will be unbiased. You'll be able to connect with people directly and straight away. Outlook. How will be your outlook? In the month of September, nice outlook. Spiritual kind of outlook. That is very good. When the outlook is spiritual and the speech is unbiased, that's about it. You're sorted. Aren't you? Okay, great. Now in the area of education, well, you will continue to get opportunities to travel. And the interesting thing is, because your outlook is spiritual, when you think of reading, you will think of reading, okay, let me pick up a spiritual book, a Veda, some Puranas. You'll feel like that. Astrology, Jyotish. You'll feel like reading such things. That's very nice. The other delightful thing, in terms of competition, because when you're learning, you will face the competition. So what is speciality of September? You will be competitive in the area of learning. Because earlier months, the competition was not in this sphere. It was finances, work, all those areas. But in this September month, you will not face the competition at your workplace. More so, but what you will face in the area of learning. Let's say you are learning Jyotish. You'll face the competition from your fellow Jyotishis. You will get to exhibit your knowledge in that area. That's fine. That's fair. Competitive exams, if you're a student, right? So if you are representing your institute, you're going into quizzes, such competitive areas you will face. But the fortune is with you. How? With efforts. Because Capricorn Lagna. And when also Saturn is retrograde on top of that. So as long as you are well prepared, and you are well prepared after putting multiple efforts. And when Saturn is retrograde, you have to multiple efforts. The maths is simple. You have to multiply the already put in multiple efforts. You got the maths. Simple. Okay. Caution. You had been troubled by enemies incessantly in the past. September, it's not there. It's a wonderful thing. So when you're getting into the competitive exams, if the trouble is not there, regardless of your outcome, you will not feel low. That is the wonderful takeaway. See, it is not necessary to win all the time. Even if you are second, maybe you can win. Still, if you're happy, that is what matters. You can definitely win with your multiple efforts. Why not? Things are with you. Delightful thing. Another delightful thing. See, when it talk about intelligence, hard work, August and July specifically, the way you are using your intelligence, a portion of your intelligence was also getting towards vices, some shadripus. No longer there. So the month of September somehow is knocking the right things to you. It's saying, tak, tak, nice thing, good thing. Do you like to have it? It is up to you how you handle the right things. These are up for grabs. Other delightful things. I think I've mentioned this in terms of efforts. You have to multiply efforts, because without efforts, whatever nice things I have been mentioning so far will no longer be able to sustain. Okay. Well, when you will be just, equitable, do the right thing, put in extra efforts, you will have spiritual outlook. What will be the outcome? You will get a lot of honors. You will have a nice image, nice reputation in the society. That is what September month is going to give to you. Okay. Caution. You might have experienced some sort of a rift between you and your friend, close friend, or among your friends at a wider level. Now, it was because a third person was the problem creator. Now that third person influence will go away. So situation will become very calm or calmer in the month of September, and you can sort it out completely. Okay. Now, also I have shared with you that last month it was a bit of testing time with your father. No longer there. That problematic combination of planets is no longer there. So good news. September is good news, giving good news to you. Now, delightful thing. How will be your relationship with your partner? Well, you will show a lot of affection to your partner. You will show. Which partner? That is $1 million question. Let me just spill the beans. Well, let me give you a caution here. You'll feel like mating with somebody. You'll feel like this kind of feeling will be there in your mind. Okay. Now, how will this thing begin? Will it begin because of some enticing discussion? No. It will begin with some spiritual things, some learning. That kind of discussion will spark the things. That intellectual discussion. Those are the key. Okay. And because with the intellectual discussion, the other person will be impressed with your knowledge, and it will start off, the spark will start in a nicest possible way, without any malefied intention. But your mind is into getting intimate with somebody. It will happen naturally. You will not go with that kind of intent. It is there at the back of your head. But the way the intellectual discussion will proceed, it will get into that route. Okay? So that's what I was telling. Your affection is towards partner, but which partner? That is a question you need to answer for yourself. Caution from health perspective. Take a break from your sedentary lifestyle. If you are sitting in a chair regularly for hours, for long minutes, start taking breaks at regular intervals. It will be very good for your overall health. Okay? It will ensure the right blood circulation in the body. Now, what will be your pain area? Now, this pain area has been there from some time back, I remember. Miscommunication with people. That can come again in September. So be very careful. But September second half, that confrontation situation will go down. It will be reduced. Now, focus. Your focus will be on upgrading yourself so that you can do the work better. By learning, by reading, all these areas. You're more about working hard and proving yourself better at workplace. That will be your focus, ongoing focus. Caution. Be very careful, my friend, that you are not stepping away or going away from your guru's teachings. Be very, very careful, because that can turn the tables completely against you. And also, let me tell you, in September, you need to be extra cautious of what you eat. It had been there to some extent in August, but in September, it is really there. Smoking. Think about such things and try to be away from these things or cut down these things if possible. Who will be a support system? When you're low in confidence, when you want some guidance, whom can you reach out to? Your friends. Younger or elder, regardless of the age. Your friends will be your biggest support system in September. Okay. And towards the end of the video, I'll talk about supportive and favorable and avoidable days. So you can use timestamps, get visibility of those days for yourself, and makes the best possible use for your life. And Kantak Shani and Sadhisati specifically is not applicable for the ascendant It is from Moon, and I have put up a separate video on that in my channel. Go and make use of that for yourself. Okay, this was for Capricorn Ascendant. Aquarius Ascendant. My friend, I'm feeling very happy to share the first delightful thing for your Ascendant for the month of September, because in the past I've experienced that there was a bit of challenging time with kids in general, but now September, it will be a great experience with kids, and that's a nice blessing in itself. So your experience with kids will be such a great experience that you will get to learn from them as well, and you also provide them some nice teachings. Specifically, Jyotish perspective, you provide them a global perspective. You provide them visibility, how the rich countries take actions, how do they react, how the rich people do. You'll try to give them a broader, bigger perspective. Okay, and you will also learn in turn from the kids a lot of new things. So the experience will be very, very nice with kids. And those of you who don't have kids, by kids I don't only mean that it is about your kids, the interaction with younger people, younger to you in general. If you are a tutor, interaction with your students. All right. Now, the other delightful thing, you will spend a lot of time in spiritual pursuits. That's a fabulous thing. You know why? Because whenever you spend even a little time towards this aspect of life, automatically you start to get blessing. And when you get blessings, a lot of things will start to fructify for you. That is a natural storyline. So this gives me a good impression that the month of September is going to be very good for you, because your outlook is spiritual. Okay, that's good. Now, in terms of work, I'll tell you, I need your attention, my friends. Now, you know that time has been good. I would have called it early also. If you like to start some work in social media, like being a social media influencer, as an event manager, conducting shows, organizing and managing shows, opening a YouTube channel, entertainment, all these areas, it is a good time for you. But I also give you a Jyotish tip so that you know how to activate this positive energy in your favor. All right. So in September, one thing you need to continue, which you have been doing from August. I would have told you that it will work only if you look smart. You need to present yourself appropriately. A nice hairdo, lip shade, some good dressing, neat and clean dressing, neat and tidy environment, situation, surroundings. Those things will need to be continued in September as well. On top of that, whatever you're going to present, you have to study about that topic before you start the presentation. It is not to revise what you have to present. No, it is to activate the energies in your favor. Whether you study for a minute or 2 minutes, time is not important. Whether you study in a book or on internet, on mobile, on your tablet, wherever you study, if you spend some time in studying related to the topic, whether you watch Insta Reel pertaining to the same topic, that's fine. You are spending some time in studying, getting some knowledge. You have to get some knowledge. Insta Reel should not be only about music. It has to give you some knowledge, and then it will fructify. It will activate the energy. All right, let's move forward. Caution. Now, I have already shared with you that now you can do the marketing. You can spend money in marketing, because otherwise, some time back, marketing was not giving you any benefit. So why to spend money in marketing? But now you can spend. In September, you can spend money. Buy some plans accordingly to showcase your business to your potential clientage. Now, caution. How about the competition? You will continue to get the attention of your competitors. Why? If you're going to get successful in your venture, if you're about to start, with all these things, obviously your competitor will look at you. Why he or she is getting successful? You will get the attention. So the best thing is continue to have a spiritual outlook. Don't try to demean somebody. Don't even put your efforts and energies in that direction. Why to waste your efforts? You need to focus on your betterment. As simple as that. When time is in your favor, Focus your energies. Put your energies in the area which will give you benefits. Let them think what they have to think. All right. Now, in the first half of September, you will have to do some transactional level job for your supervisor. There can be such situations which will prompt you to feel, hey, I deserve to do some better things. But let me tell you, Jyotish tip, that these small things will actually open up bigger opportunities for you. So now that you know, don't feel shy, don't feel bad. Just get on with it. Okay? What do I mean by small things? For example, if you are in job sector, your supervisor can tell you to get and fetch a printout. He has given a command, you need to get printout and give it to him or her. So it's not a nice experience, nice thing to do. If you are in YouTube, you may feel like everything you will have to do by yourself. Sometimes you feel, I have to post the courier, I have to do the logistics, I have to put the think about the structure, I have to set all the equipments in place, I have to shot, I have to edit the video, I have to do all the thumbnail and all these things myself. Don't worry, do it with smile. Things will turn out for you. Okay. Now move forward. Delightful thing. It is quite nice. The thing is that Jupiter is aspecting your ascendant, Aquarius ascendant. But challenge, Rahu is also there. And as we tread into the month of September, you see both will be at the same degree, about 24 degrees. So that will activate, people may call it Guru Chandali Yoga or whatever name. I generally don't even take the name of any yogas. It makes people scared. Why to even take the names? The thing is, takeaway. Let's talk about takeaways. If you have to take any major decision in the month of September, you will take those decisions in second half of September. You can start the business in first half. I am not stopping you to start the business, but the major decisions will be taken in second half of September. Education side, it will be nice. Finances side, it also looks promising. I don't see any major challenge in that area. Right? Obviously, Saturn Lagna person, Saturn retrograde currently. It will be retrograde throughout the month of September. You will have to put in a lot of efforts to maintain the status quo. Okay? Good. Now focus. Your focus will be unidirectional. Streamlining your work and how to make more money. That will be your focus area. Okay? Caution in terms of property. I don't recommend you to buy property or invest in property in the month of September. All right? Now, in terms of relationship, I'll tell you a thing. You have been feeling a bit of heat in terms of your relationship with your partner. Good news, the month of September will bring some respite. Situation will start to improve. Situation will start to heal. That is a good news. Okay? Yeah, discomfort with your partner will go away in September. It will give you relief. Okay? So, it is actually a blissful time. It is a delightful thing. The experience with your partner will be nice in September. And now that you know, why don't you plan out some trip with your partner? It's a good time. That's how you can further strengthen the bond with your partner, with your family. Just make a trip. Okay? All right. Pain area. Wealth creation is always causing some disturbance in your mind. In September, it will be a pain area. Right? And this will also lead to conflict with the family members. Right? So this will be a pain area for you. And who will see your affection in the month of September? Your teachers, your guru. They will see your affection. And that's a very nice thing, my friend. Very nice thing. When you are thinking about your guru, oh, what a wonderful time you will undergo. What will be your desire? Your desire will be to deliver to your potential. You have a huge potential. And sometimes you feel, no, I'm not yet achieved even 1/10 of my potential. That's your thought process. Your desire is to deliver to the tune of your potential. Caution, kindly walk. You have to take care of your lower body part. If you do that, basic level, your health will be in control, in order. Okay? Who will be your support system? When you are low in confidence or when you need some guidance, whom to reach out to in September? Sister and sister-like figures. Okay? And I'll talk about the supportive and avoidable days towards the end of the video. Use timestamps, get the visibility for yourself. Okay? And Sadhisati is not from ascendant, it is from the moon sign. I put up a separate video on Sadhisati from moon sign. Go and watch that. It's on my YouTube channel. This was for Aquarius ascendant. Pisces ascendant. See, my friend, you have been passing through a nice phase in its own ways. And the first delightful thing which has been continued from the previous month is that a very poetic kind of personality you have experienced by now. A happy, poetic, romantic, easygoing personality. That is also a kind of feeling one should undergo. That feeling will continue, give you a very calming, balming effect. Right? Like Mother Nature is giving you some nice, telling some nice stories and giving you a lot of comfort. That kind of effect. It will continue, provided. See, because Saturn is in your Lagna and Saturn is in MKS. Saturn is retrograde. No doubt, effort, you have to put in effort. The moment Saturn is there, efforts will be there. You know that. Plus Saturn is in Maranasthana. So, things will not be very easy for you that way. But how it will be easy, I'll tell you the ways out. Okay. The first way is, when you need to please Saturn, the easiest way to please Saturn is to put in efforts and be transparent in your dealings. If you do that, a lot of things will get sorted automatically. Then this calming and balming effect will be there. Okay, in September as well. And let me tell you, the combinations are such that you, in finance area also, I don't see any challenge. It is going to be consistent, good for you. Okay. So the finances were going up and down in the previous month or so. It is no longer there. September is a good month from that perspective. Now, delightful thing. From property perspective, investing in property, or buy a house for you. I have told you that you need to revisit the document multiple times. But now, September, it's no longer required. Just like August second half, it started. Still continue. You don't need to be extra overtly cautious about this. Okay? In terms of how is your intelligence going to support you? It will support you in getting success. Dhimanta Yoga is in activation. So that is there. But the thing is, how are you going to use your intelligence? That's a Jyotish tip. You will use your intelligence in work or personal life. In personal life. You will like to use your intelligence in making personal life better. And this tells me, I'll talk about focus later. I'll circle back to this point. Okay? That where is the focus? Now, in terms of social media, I have been warning you that if you like to flex on social media, hold on for some time. Now in September, there is no such restriction. Whatever flex you want to do, you can go ahead. Because earlier there was some problem in terms of jealousy factor, in terms of people getting jealous of you and they'll do or say something bad about you. You have now the protection available in September. No problem. Go ahead and flex yourself. Okay? And that will give you real happiness. What you want to do, you will be able to do that and you will feel happy and delighted. But no doubt, you will continue to get attention, lot of attention from people, specifically from opposite sex. They will come to you asking for guidance, asking for help in whatever form. Now the question is, if we get to know what is the intent of the person who's reaching out to you, then you can do justice accordingly. In September, their intent will be justified. They will not come with a malice intent. That's fantastic to know. All right. Now, pain area. No doubt with that, you will also get the attention of enemies. I've just shared with you. But your Lagna Lord, your Guru is with you, protecting you. You will get the protection. Fantastic. Delightful. How is your relationship with your mother? You would have experienced some situation so far, the last few months. Now the person who was causing the rift is no longer there. It is between you and your mother. Go and resolve the differences. She needs your attention. Resolve it. Okay. Now, pain area. You will feel that your intelligence will be like under a cloud. Saturn is there in Lagna. Rahu is aspecting. Saturn retrograde, MKS, a lot of other things. Mars aspecting in first half of the month. It is not easy. Not easy to be sane while taking decisions. So you take, what is the takeaway? Take all the major decisions in the second half of the month. It will give you a lot of respite because in second half of the month, other combinations are fructifying, which is helping you. Okay. What will be your deep desire? You want to take a loan and buy a big property, big vehicle, expand your business. That's your desire. Okay. Recommendation. Take some advice before you actually go for a big loan. Okay. Your mind is not working properly in this juncture. I explained to you just now. All right. Don't get into a trap of big EMI. Caution. In terms of relationship, you will feel a bit of resistance. A relationship will not be that amicable. You will feel that things are not working fine. That will be the situation between you and your partner. Okay, to begin with. Now, there can be a possibility that there can be some relationship flourishing in this period in September, right? How is the intent of the other person? If you get to know the intent, you can take the decision accordingly. Intent of the person is right. The person is not coming to cheat you. The person is coming in good faith. Now, don't take this general interpretation specific to yourself in entirety, right? Still be vigilant, be open, be conscious of your rights and responsibilities. Be conscious of that. But overall, the person seems to be coming to you with right intent. All right, that's good. But if you're getting into some extramarital relationship, if you're getting in the road of having multiple partners, you will get the realization in the second half of the month that this is not the right way. Regardless of whether my equation with my partner is not that great, but I should restrict myself. Second half of the month will give you that realization. Caution from health perspective. Take care of your food habits, what you eat. That is very, very important for you. Now, if you have been under the problem of politics around you, September is savior. You will be saved from this problem in September. Okay. Recommendation. If you're looking forward to move out of your native place, go away from your native place for work and all, thumbs up. It will be in your favor. You can take that call. You can take that calculated risk. Okay. Now, which directions will be good for you? As I've shared in August, north or east, and in September I'm saying north or east or northeast direction will be good for you. It doesn't mean the other directions are not good for you. See, this is from general perspective, right? As long as you're getting a good opportunity, you please go ahead. Where will be your focus? It will be at your home. Remember, I told you I'll circle back. Because home is where you are putting focus. You want your people to feel happy at home. That's where, see, when it comes to Pisces Lagna, it is a balance between your home and work. So in September, your focus will be at your home. Okay. Who will be your support system? Who will be your support system? When you're low in confidence, when you need some guidance, all the aged people will be your support system. Okay. And I'll talk about supportive days and avoidable days just now as I finish the Pisces ascendant. And you can get visibility for yourself and make best use of it for your life. And Sadesati is not from the ascendant, it is from the moon sign. To know the effect and analysis, go to a separate video on my YouTube channel from Pisces moon. Okay. This was for Pisces ascendant. Time to talk about supportive and avoidable days. How these are calculated? I talk about it every month in my every monthly transit video. See, I have applied these on hundreds of horoscopes in the last few years. And these are calculated basis sambandhas of planets, panchangas, tithis, vara, nakshatra, a lot of calculations. It is not that difficult to calculate. It is very much time consuming. But even after you get to spend a lot of time, a lot of hours, and get to the outcome, you will see a long list. Then the magic of parampara comes, and the credit goes to my guru, Pandit Shri Sanjay Raji, and also the teachings of my guru, Shri Vishtilar Sanji. I am able to pick up the relevant portion using the magic of parampara and then share with you people. And how you can use that? See, in every aspect of life, be it professional, you want to talk to your boss, asking for leaves approval, asking for a job promotion, asking for change in profile, important decisions, asking for a good feedback or some recommendation. Use these supportive days if possible. In personal level, you want to propose to somebody, you want to buy some important thing, let's say you want to buy a vehicle, you want to post an important video on YouTube, you want to engage with somebody in family members, think of any important thing, you want to go for a surgery, medical treatment, you want to start some medical treatment, you want to start something good in education. Use these supportive days and try to avoid the avoidable days as much as possible. It is not always possible for us to simply go with these because these are only a handful. So then do your prayers and do what best is possible. But if you're able to make use of these, fantastic. All right. So, and these cannot be basis ascendant. These can be basis nakshatra. I want to be really specific, my friend, so that it works for you. So if your moon is in Ashwini nakshatra, then supportive dates are 2, 22nd, 27th of September. Avoidable dates are 4, 14, 17 and 21st of September. If your moon is in Bharani nakshatra, supportive dates 1, 2, 23. Avoidable 5, 7, 17, 18. Kritika nakshatra, supportive 2, 22, 23, 27. Avoidable 5, 14, 17 and 19. Rohini nakshatra, supportive 6, 22, 23, 27. Avoidable 11, 14, 17 and 19. Mrigashira nakshatra, supportive 6, 22, 23. Avoidable 3, 11, 12, 18. Ardra nakshatra, supportive 6, 23, 27. Avoidable 3, 4, 12, 21. Punarvasu nakshatra, supportive 6, 8, 22. Avoidable 3, 5, 14, 18th of September. Pushya nakshatra, supportive 8, 9, 22 and 27th of September. Avoidable 3, 5, 19, 21. Ashlesha nakshatra, supportive 1, 22, 27. Avoidable 4, 7, 12 and 14th of September. Magha nakshatra, supportive 1, 22, 23. Avoidable 3, 4, 12 and 17th of September. Purv Falguni nakshatra, supportive 1st, 22nd, 27th of September. Avoidable 4th, 14th, 17th and 18th of September. Uttar Falguni nakshatra, supportive 2, 22, 23 and 27. Avoidable 7, 14, 18 and 19. Hasta nakshatra, supportive 8, 22, 23 and 27. Avoidable 7, 14, 18 and 19. Chitra nakshatra, supportive 6, 22, 23. Avoidable 7, 17, 19, 21. Swati nakshatra, supportive 6, 23, 27. Avoidable 4, 11, 12, 18. Vishakha nakshatra, supportive 6, 8, 23. Avoidable 4, 12, 14 and 21. Anuradha nakshatra, supportive 8, 9, 23 and 27th of September. Avoidable 4, 12, 14 and 21st of September. Jyeshtha nakshatra, supportive 1st, 23rd and 27th of September. Avoidable 3rd, 5th, 11th, 21st of September. Mula nakshatra, supportive 2, 23, 27. Avoidable 5, 7, 17, 21. Purv Ashadha nakshatra, supportive 2, 23, 27th of September. Avoidable 4th, 5th, 7th and 14th of September. Uttar Ashadha nakshatra, supportive 2, 22, 23 and 27. avoidable 5, 7, 14, 17. Shravana Nakshatra, supportive 10, 22, 23 and 27th of September. Avoidable 5, 7, 11, 17th of September. Dhanishta Nakshatra, supportive 6, 22, 23. Avoidable 3, 7, 12, 19. Satabhishaj Nakshatras, supportive 6, 22, 23. Avoidable 3, 17, 18, 21st. Purv Bhadrapada Nakshatra, supportive 6, 8, 27. Avoidable 3rd, 11, 14th and 19th of September. Uttar Bhadrapada Nakshatra, supportive 8, 9, 27. Avoidable 3, 5, 11, 19 of September. Revati Nakshatra, supportive 1, 22, 23 and 27th of September. Avoidable 4th, 5th, 11th, 14th of September. So with this, I'll put an end to this video. I'll see you soon in some other videos. Till then, Om Namah Shivaya.